Well, well, well. Research can be conducted anywhere, but more importantly, it can be conducted with anyone. A PhD is never completed just by yourself. You've got your supervisors, collaborators, family and friends. And probably the most vital resource to you is your other PhD students. However, PhD students need a lot of time, and basically all PhD students are extremely time poor, especially if you have maybe a bunch of field work. Typically, if you're doing maybe an environmental PhD or anything outdoors, you have a lot of field work you probably have to conduct, and that kind of necessitates the trading of a commodity. And that commodity for PhD students is time itself. In most cases, it's kind of like a will you scratch my back if I scratch yours kind of scenario. Working together with your fellow PhD students is the only way to get through it, and no one completes it by themselves solely. But I would say the most important aspects of actually working with other PhD students is what you learn. You learn how to use different equipment.
So it's either 10.0 or 9.9.
Different methods. Learn how to work in different environments and work outside your comfort zone.
Yeah, he's big for a leech.
But it would be wrong of me to say if it wasn't about the friendships you make along the way. And no, it is true. I've made some amazing friends by doing my PhD. So come with me while I work with one of my new friends.
There was like a full day where I don't know exactly.
It's really pretty though.
Yeah, it is pretty forest.
I know, I cannot believe it. Litter in the litter trap. Yeah, I'm shocked. You're telling me that there is 51,000 of these tags. Did you place them yourself?
A few thousand of them.
A few? They're everywhere.
Yeah, we measured everything.
So here we have a dendrometer band, and this measures tree growth. However, it kind of fluctuates with water coming into the trees. But yeah, it's really cool. It wraps all the way around the tree. This is a huge tree though.
Biggest number, so it goes within, it's like millimeters, but then 0.1 of a mil, so 1 decimal place, right? So the first number, you have to look at it like directly front on. So the first number, you look to see where this line, like the first line, lines up with the top scale. So in this case, it's about 10, but it might be just before the 10, so that might be 9 point something. Then to get the decimal point, you see which one of these lines up most straight with the top line,
right.
to get the decimal point. So if I get my fat head in the way, well, look at that. We call that 9.9 because in my opinion, it lines up the base. That little line lines up at 9, then the 10. But it's very close. To me, it's competing between these two numbers. So it's either 10.0 or 9.9.
I'm lost. Oh, here's a pole. Yes, I did just bin it. Sneaky little litter trap hidden off on its own. Come here, you're mine. Well, this is number 16. I see what you mean. 16. Time to empty the litter trap. Oh yeah, my favorite. I just love playing with these leaves. Every last little nugget. Can't wait to snack on these later. It's like a lunch order. Can you actually explain to me what you did here?
Yeah, I took cores out of them. Do you see the holes in them?
Oh yeah, like with a drill?
No, it's essentially a glorified apple corer.
You took an apple core out of a tree root.
Yeah, it has like I guess like a thread on it, but then there's like a hole. So then you push it in. I did it here too. So like you shove it. It looks like a T, and so like imagine this is the end. So that's like a circle, and then there'll be like a thread around the outside. You shove it into the tree, and then with the T part, you like twist it in a circle, and then eventually it like catches into the wood.
Yeah.
And then it like threads in, and then you go into the tree, and then it has this spoon that you shove in, and then you like twist it, do a 360, and then you can pull out a sample, and it's like a perfect little cylinder. Squishy soil there.
So
They do their little dances on it.
oh,
So
this is for their dances.
Massive ecosystem engineers. I think they move something like I don't remember the figures, but they move like a ton of soil per hectare, something crazy like that every year. Like they're crazy ecosystem engineers in these kind of ecosystems, and so they scrap up and dig up the soil and do little dances on them.
I did not know that. Yeah, well, I knew they did the dances, but I didn't know how much of an ecosystem engineer they were. So this would have actually been a bit...
So yeah, so the lack of vegetation in this area is probably just due to the lyrebird mound being here.
What a little unit.
Yeah, exactly. So they do a lot of like mini, I guess it's not huge at the landscape scale, but at the site level and like I guess really zoomed into specific areas, they do quite a lot in the understory for regenerating things and stuff like that.
Yeah, right. So are these all lignotubers? Most of these species?
Yeah, the only one that doesn't is this one.
Is this the wheat big one?
Yeah. Silver top is its common name, silver top owl.
Oh yes. Yeah, it's like it's got like white at the... So what you're saying is it wears a bunch of wheat big pants and no shirt.
No shirt.
Okay. I've never heard of anyone having beef with a tree. Yeah, you just really hate that tree. What did it do to you? Got to go see the most criminal tree in the forest, apparently. You know, you got to settle down. You can't beef with every tree in the forest.
Broke my core the last time.
It broke your core. It broke your heart. Okay, so this is the lad. Number 78. Apparently the most criminal tree ever to fucking grow. So what did you say this was? It's basically just forest monitoring equipment. Effectively a forest weather station, except for not weather. Yes, very science. Yep, I think it's definitely a tree. One tree. Check. Just another 51,000 to go. So what are you actually doing with the LiDAR?
This one's not LiDAR. This is multispectral. So red, green, blue, near infrared, and red edge bands.
And what are you looking for with that?
Different phenological spectral signatures. So like leafing, flowering, but probably mostly in like leaf related things, whether it's like new leaf growth or like maybe the tree showing that it's stressed, things like that.
Yeah, right.
And again, because we know all of the individuals in this plot, the idea is I'll use LiDAR data, which is like that laser point cloud data, to help me create essentially polygons of each of the tree crowns. And then because of the on-ground data, I should roughly know which tree relates to which species, because we know on ground like 30x 50y, that's tree 502. And then I'll be able to relate a species to it that way. And then so I'll be able to like use my multispectral data, put those polygons over my images, and then like within those polygons be like, okay, this is doing this signature, this is doing that signature. That looks like they're doing the same sort of thing. And
yeah, right.
well, that's
I know. Immediately as you go to fly, the wind kicks up.
And then
What did you say the drone is called?
Laugh or Die 2.
Laugh or Die 1 or Laugh or Die 2?
Landscape and forest dynamics.
Yeah. Alright. Is this the elusive green shade cloth? Oh my goodness. I've read about this in the scrolls.
Second last spot, baby.
Oh yeah. Number 49. One more to go. Naturally, the last litter collection is in absolutely the brightest spot in the known universe. I love it. Number 50. Woo! Yeah, he's big for a leech. Yeah, they're probably the most creepy looking.
And they're like disturbingly hard to kill.
Oh,
I've ever tried to kill one.
yeah.
The trick has worked out that the best way to do it is to roll them.
Yeah, turning them into a little ball of Play-Doh is about the only way I think you can kill them. It's just here searching for me.
It really freaks me out how like
I think the odds of one being on me now is about 100%.
generally. Yeah. If you do the topographic wetness index, it follows right where they walk. Fully get it out.
Yeah, Comprosma have these like the sharpest little, I don't know, they're almost like little needles.
That's exactly it.
Yeah. And they lure you in with their delicious little red berry that's actually not that delicious, but
They look delicious.
they look tasty, but they're just basically a mouthful of seeds and sadness.
When there's no water.
Prickly Moses, eh? I wonder why they call it that. He's a big lad. Yeah, I want him to hiss. I love that hiss. Come on. Shouldn't torment the... I shouldn't torment the wildlife. Come on. You're kind of in our trail.
I think he's a bit cold.
Yeah. So he's probably doesn't have a lot of energy.
Should we go long rounding?
Yeah.
We could just go this way.
Yeah, okay. Bye-bye. So goannas, when they run like that, when they're starting to actually flee, that kind of like, those like joints that they have, like the kind of elbows, when they run, it actually compresses their lungs. So when they're sprinting, they actually can't breathe. So that means if you see a goanna, you probably shouldn't chase it because you're actually like, poor thing's basically becoming asthmatic just by trying to escape. Not really efficient, but you know, the more you know.